What's up again? It's Erica here from The In-Between. Welcome back to my channel. And if you are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on any of my future Make Money Online reviews just like this one. If you are watching this video, then chances are you've seen the controversial Creators Alliance somewhere online, or somebody sent it to you saying that it's the easiest way to make money by watching simple videos or doing a couple of tasks. The way it's advertised makes it sound like it's this super easy system where you just watch some videos, post content, or click around for a few minutes and somehow make real money. That's why today I'm going to be breaking down what Creators Alliance actually is, how it works, and everything going on behind the scenes, what real people are experiencing, and most importantly, why the whole business model deserves a serious look before anyone even thinks about jumping in. And if you want something way more stable, something real, and something that you can actually build and control online like I do with the digital leasing model that continues to pay me every single month, then go ahead and click on the link below to check it out. And just a quick disclaimer before we get started, guys, I'm not affiliated with Creators Alliance in any way. This is all just my honest take based on my own research, experience with the platform, and what other real users are saying about it online. With that being said, let's jump right in. So Creators Alliance promoted itself as the short video content creation and distribution platform. They talked about helping creators push out videos using AI and earning money from watching clips or posting content. But the second you land on their website, things start to fill off, meaning there's no founder listed anywhere and no team shown. There's no real company information at all, and the whole thing feels empty and unfinished, like someone built a shell of a business and forgot to fill it in with actual details. They say they were built on AI and video traffic support, and they acted like users were part of this huge movement online. But when you start looking closer, the whole system didn't run on actual advertising or even real video revenue. It relied solely on packages people had to buy just to start earning. And the payouts people saw early on didn't exactly come from real business activity, but rather from new members joining, and that's when the whole thing starts to make sense. Because the whole setup runs exactly like the kind of model that collapses the second the flow of new signups slows down. Inside Creators Alliance, everything is based on packages and upgrades, and you pay more money up front to unlock certain tasks and certain payout levels. The more expensive your package, the higher your supposed earnings, and at first, people did get paid, but that was only in the early stages before everything fell apart. And these payouts were mainly used to make people believe the system was real so that they could recruit more people into buying into it. And once people felt like it worked, they brought in friends and family without knowing what was coming next. The tasks themselves were super basic, like watching videos, posting content, and clicking around, but none of that creates income for the platform itself. So it never made sense how they were promising such high payouts. People immediately started noticing missing withdrawals, ridiculous delays, and vague excuses about things like tax processing. Then the delays got longer and longer until everything stopped completely. Support stopped answering, dashboards froze, and people from entire communities, especially across the Caribbean, were left without money they put in. As you can imagine, guys, a lot even took out personal loans to join, and none of it came back. And once the platform stopped paying out, everything went silent and all of the people behind it vanished. As you can imagine, the online reputation around Creators Alliance is full of warnings now. On Reddit, countless people talk about how fast the platform fell apart, and there were whole groups saying that they couldn't withdraw anything, and also people showing how the delays got pushed back week after week until there was nothing left. And it wasn't just a few random users. This hit thousands. People also looked into the website code and found pieces written in Chinese, which obviously raised even more suspicion because it didn't match anything the platform claimed. And one of the biggest concerns across every review was the same thing. Nobody knew who owned the company, nobody knew who was running it, and when everything finally did collapse, nobody can contact anyone to get a refund or even try to sue the company. The platform has already been exposed by plenty of real real users, and it's now been seen publicly as a proven scam that people fell for just because of how convincing it all looked at first. And now, after everything fell apart and all of the payouts stopped, it's basically a dead platform that collapsed and left people with nothing. To even start earning, you had to pay for a package up front, and then you were pushed to upgrade after upgrade and bigger packages if you wanted higher payouts. And the only way those payouts happened was when other people joined. So once new signups slowed down, the money stopped moving as well. There was no product, no service, no training, and nothing you could actually keep or use in the long term. And when you did need help, there was absolutely no support to turn to because the entire operation disappeared as soon as things got tough. With that being said, the whole business model sucks because it gives you absolutely nothing to show for your time or your money. You don't own anything, you don't build anything, and you're not learning any real skills. You're not gaining control over your income, and you're basically throwing your money into a system that can disappear overnight, which is exactly what happened here. And once all of the payouts stopped, people were obviously left with nothing, which means no refunds offered, no answers, no support, just a broken system and a lot of people's nightmares coming true when it comes to making money online. This whole business model falls apart the second you look at it more closely, and that's exactly why it collapsed so fast. So instead of putting all your time and money into platforms like this, I'd much rather be building something I can actually control that doesn't depend on random companies staying alive. That's why if you guys have been following me for a while now, you'll know that I run the digital leasing model instead. And that's where you build simple, small websites around local service niches people are already searching for in the US in every city, like roofing repair or plumbing or fencing repair. Then you rank all of those sites to the very top of Google, and when people start calling that number listed on the site, you rent out all of those sites to local business owners who want more lead flow. And the reason this model works so well is because there's always demand for local service niches around the US. The competition is also way lower compared to these other online business models, and it's super scalable because every site you build becomes its own income stream. For example, as you can see here, guys, I built this fencing repair site for Colorado Springs a little while ago, and to this day, it still brings in calls. The business owner I rent it out to pays me every single month to keep the leads flowing, and I barely have to touch the site. And speaking of scalability, guys, I also built this stucco plaster site in the same city, and it works the same exact way. There's low competition and high demand, which makes it super easy to rent out because business owners want real customers, and I own all of the digital assets that send them that lead flow 100%. That's why if you ask me, I will always recommend digital leasing over any other online business model because you're building something long-term online. You own 100% of your digital assets, aka websites, outright, which means if a business ever decides to stop paying you, you still keep the site and just rent it out to somebody else who wants the leads. And that's the difference between building a long-term asset online and getting stuck in a system that collapses the second the money stops flowing. All right, guys, that's my full review of Creators Alliance. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that thumbs up button down below and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future reviews like this one. And obviously, if you want to learn more about the digital leasing model, the same one that I use to earn passive income like clockwork every single month, then go ahead and click on the link in the description below for a free training that covers the whole business model in more detail. As always, thanks for hanging out, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.